Hello, everybody. Now, I'm just checking up to make sure that we have everything up and right. You have very convenient timing. I'm moments away from starting up my audio book. Ah, I see. Now, let me just make sure my laptop isn't going to crap itself while we're streaming today, for starters. Does it be certainly looking that way? Thank you. Testing 1, 2, 3. Thank you. There we go. Alrighty. So, welcome everybody. We've got one person over on YouTube. Hello YouTube. Hello Twitch. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Bit quiet, huh? Okay. Hang on, bear with me. I don't know why there seems to be a balance issue, considering this microphone should be able to handle all of that. How does that sound? Am I still alt-right leaning? I can move the microphone around a bit more if need be, but yeah, I don't know why the sound's coming out of just the left-hand side. It's not a mixing issue because this is a stereo microphone. No, somebody else has said something about it as well. So, I'm hoping... Hang on. Oh. Patiently waiting a Kickstarter launch. Of what? Who said that? Where did they say that? What was that notification? Where was that notification? How do I bring up notifications? It used to be wait. There. No, it's not even listing that. Okay, that's weird. Alright, just bear with me. Microphone. Microphone. muted that. Right, unmuted. Okay, so how's that now? Can you hear me a bit better? Okay, so how's that now? How's ad break? So nobody hears me. Still right balanced. That is so strange. Right, let me mute the microphone for a second because I'm going to beat the crap out of it with a stick. Maybe not necessarily a stick, but... So... What's the headphone volume? Let's see what it's... Lock volume. So it's probably... Device timestamp. So... That's telling me... Okay, where's the sound on there? Sound settings. Open volume mixer. Volume mixer. Input device. Yeti Classic. Alright. Sound. Microphone. Yeti Classic. Volume at 91. The glories of it's still going. Still going. Yes. How is it now? We still leaning to the right? Which is strange because technically it should be the other way around. Still right. Great. I think my microphone may be cactus. Hang on, one last test. So it's looking like if I were to get anything, it would probably be another one of these because this has lasted me forever. It's a Logitech or Blue, who was bought out by Logitech. It's one of their microphones. It's the Blue Yeti. But Not exactly sure. No, Logitech isn't loading. Okay. We're gonna have to be mono. Yes, and I know that's a STD in the US, but we don't have that. All right. Is that any better, or am I still? Sony USB mic. That thing has been quite nice. For a $25 mic. Okay. My biggest problem is the audio clarity of things. This microphone is good. I picked it up off Marketplace. A guy had it for a number of years. I think I picked it up for $50. But if I were to get a replacement, it would probably be given my current setup, it would probably be another USB mic, but more than likely, it would probably be an Elgato to fit into the rest of the ecosphere that I've got going on, and that I want to ultimately phase the Logitech audio equipment out and visual equipment, because neat little thing with the LG cameras, as not LG, idiot, Logitech cameras is, as an example, the Brio 4K, which is that one and this one, share the same serial number, and that makes them impossible to determine, to differentiate between the two in Windows, at least, because they operate on the same addressing. Everything about them is the same. They are identical clones of each other, and it's not very good. Hello. Wait, it kind of flickered in then out? That's interesting. That says to me that cable's on its way out. That's a pain in the butt, because that's an old USB-B. Now, if I remember rightly, let me just... We're going to get personal. No, this only has... Okay, I'm going to sit the microphone right there for a second. Quick hello, going to have dinner and lurk. Cable is cheaper than mic, so let's hope it's cable. Yeah, so now I have the microphone located directly in front of me. So we're going to test. Technically, we're testing the right of the microphone. And then if we continue speaking, while we're heading over to the left-hand side of the microphone, how does that sound? Or is it still right-leaning? Testing left. Testing right. Testing left. According to the topology of the microphone, because it thinks everything about it is orientated the other way. So, testing right. Testing left. I can tell the position is different, but it's all coming out of right side audio. That kind of tells me software or cable. Too much to get into now, because that cable is going to be a pain in the butt to get another one off. So we just have to continue on as we are. Which sucks, because I've just spent an awful lot of money in the last few days. Birthday stuff and other bits and pieces. However, the Kickstarter, I forgot completely. The Kickstarter for the Kadrufi all-in-one modular paint box finished last night on my birthday. That's why I forgot about it, because I generally put my birthday out of my mind. However, I did have some nice Chinese food, gluten-free Chinese food at that. Which was also slightly expensive because it was gluten-free. But it was my birthday. Let me just swap these over. Welcome everybody, by the way. We're just talking and walking through some technical difficulties. Forgive the right-sided microphone. We tried to fix it, but it didn't want to be fixed, so we're going to continue on, and I'm going to pull the thing apart later on. Not on stream, because that'd be boring. Lots of swearing involved. But, most important, the band is back together. I spent a little bit of time today patching them up. There's some patching that still needs doing, just in a couple of spots, so we'll have to come back through and fix that up. But they are all solidly back together and not moving, which is fantastic. I'll look at that one later. Ah, bugger it, I'll look at it now. So, how is everyone today, by the way? No. It's alright. I've probably got 50 million kicking around. It's just, I need to figure out where the problem lies, because we have the connection for the microphone into the USB hub, into the USB cable, into the back of the computer behind me. So it could be any point of failure, but it's strange that it only stopped working in the last couple of days. The last video I did that I uploaded, a mate of mine in Melbourne said, "Hey, you know your sound's only coming out the right speaker, right?" I'm like, really? That's weird. And I didn't think anything more of it, but that's fine. I'll sort it out. Alrighty, so we're getting back into Goblin City, specifically the city itself. Never before has there been such a place of scum and tyranny. There has. It ends in DC. So, what did we do yesterday? We did the whitewashing of the central loaded sections. Hang on. So we built up the central sections, and we did some highlighting just so it could, pardon me, pull that focus in. Now we need to up our detail level. So we'll start. I think we'll start with our greens. So for that, we're going to mix up a bit of chromium green and a bit of Titan buff to begin with, just so we've got a lighter shade that doesn't get washed out with white. I started lining or setting up the base coating for the my pricing tiers on the website. So for those that may have forgotten, I'm setting up, like I do commission painting, and I need a visual, consistent representation of the levels of the paint jobs that I have. So my 3 levels are rank and file, which is tabletop ready. Then there is hero, which is your, i.e. your hero units, your large units, your better quality, want to draw attention to your prized units. And then display level, which is essentially what I'm doing here. But I want it to be consistent across models. So as an example, people that enjoy miniature painting, majority of them fall into the Warhammer camp. So a Space Marine is instantly recognizable to them, so they can determine the quality of a paint job across different levels on a Space Marine. So they can compare a standard, a hero, a top tier. But D&D players, I have found, while they appreciate the paintwork as well, they don't associate as well with Space Marines. They all look the same, according to them. We all know the difference. But what I'm also going to do is I've gotten 3 copies of Space Marine, the new standard of unit quality. Exactly. So I'm going to have 3 Space Marines, 1 done at each level, and 3 Dungeons and Dragons figures, all the same, 1 done at each level. And the ones that I've picked, I was fortunate enough to ask the guys at my local Warhammer store, and I was able to pick up some of the paint and goes, which are the ones that they hook you in. You build your first Space Marine and you paint it in the store, kind of thing. And at the moment, it's the Hellblaster Space Marine, which is this little guy. And I went through and I put the base coating and everything on them. I took some photos. Now, it's interesting how this shows up on camera at the moment, actually. Let me just make sure. There we go. So this is just one of the pop together units. You don't need glue or anything to put them together. However, I've gone through and I've sealed up gaps and bits and pieces to make the painting process smoother. The gun isn't connected. Neither is the head, nor the helmet, nor the backpack, power pack. But I've set this up as the base color. I'm doing Space Marines. And the interesting part is how I've built this blue up. And I was reading some color theory last night on my phone, like waiting to go to, like trying to get my brain to go to sleep. And I read that if you lay down a base tone of orange or burnt sienna or magenta, it enriches your blues. And, well, as you can see on camera there, I went in first off with burnt sienna, painted the whole model burnt sienna, and then did an upper highlight in magenta. Then hit with Pro Acryl's dark blue on our deepest shadows, and then I kicked in a bit of Macragge blue for mid-range, because that is the Ultramarines' signature color. But then I zenithalled in a bit of Proacryl's Ultramarine, which is this really stark ultramarine blue. It's actually a lot tonally brighter than ultramarine is. And I think that's a good place to start all three marines. And then I can do the highlighting and the tonal effects and sort of aging and weathering and yada 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 across the board for those. So that is our base Space Marine, and I've done all three of them like this. Then we have, I haven't done anything on these guys yet. This is a model from Squidmar Miniatures, from a Kickstarter of theirs from ages ago. This is the, I think it's the Ranger. They did a Kickstarter with 3 figures, and this is one of the 3. And I'll do that up in the same manner. Not sure on color schemes as yet, but there's going to be green and brown involved, possibly yellows and tans, because of that type of character. And I think with these 2 characters, I can get a very good approximation of tabletop, hero, and display level, because of the uniformity and the difference of them as well. So that's going to be something that I pick away at. When I get bored of painting stuff, I'll probably bring one of these out. So then I won't have an excuse. There's something else that my brain just popped in with, and I can't remember what it was, but it'll come to me. Tabletop Hero sounds like a parody of a foreigner song. It does. It does. Well, it's that's why I went with the naming conventions rank and file, because they're your standard drudge, sort of get them out and get them dead in the battlefield. Then you've got your hero units; they're usually the better dressed ones, and then you've got the display quality. They're usually back home in corporate office. That's what I was going to say. Right, okay, everybody, I need to go back to this screen because this is important. A friend of mine, well, a couple of friends of mine actually, have, there's a new show starting up. Now, I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I've got a feeling it's going to be on YouTube, and I've got a feeling it's going to be on Squidmar's channel. Squidmar Miniatures, Emil and the guys over there have hand-picked painters from around the world of different calibers. So some of them are extremely well known, some of them not so much well known, and so on and so forth. They've picked, I think, 7 or 8 contestants, and they're making a game show called Miniature Masters. Now, in this show, and I've been wondering why I haven't been seeing anything from him lately, is a friend of mine, and the person who actually got me started streaming and got me on the road to Crimson Brush, none other than Mr. Trent Dennison, Big Dino himself. He's on the show. Who else? Who else? Who else? Now I've got to find it. Hang on. Where? Big Dino. So we have Merrick Minis, Anastasia Lucrezi, or Lucrezi, Quarter Paint, Orcus, Natalie Orcus, Squidmar Miniatures, Amelia's Miniatures, AC Miniatures, so Aaron from Twitch. Well, Dino's also on Twitch. And Maxime, or Maxow Painting, are going to be part of this show. Now they've wrapped filming and everything, and it should be airing very, very, very soon. So if you are an avid miniature painter, they're going to be testing all disciplines of miniature painting. So kit bashing, lighting. No, there isn't, unfortunately. AC Miniatures is, I think, England based from memory. He's a really cool guy. I've spoken to him a few times over the years. Yeah, so it should be really interesting. They're looking at tackling various aspects of miniature painting, and the winner will get $10,000. My God, guys, Emil, hello. I can fly to wherever, lock me in a bunker with other painters and put me in a drawer and I'll me give you good time, me give you fun time. um, but yeah, it should be really really cool to see what comes out because each one is disciplined, but in different areas, and different ways of painting and stuff. And Natalia Oricus was my very first painting class. My very first course was with her, and it was extremely invaluable. And yeah, I that's where I painted the Neko Galaxy um, Cyberpunk Girl one that I did. Um, that was there, and yeah, it's. I'm going to be tracking it down and watching it, so I recommend you guys watch it too. So, from what I can gather, it's going to be on Squidmar's YouTube channel. So go over, hit the subscribe button, and there'll probably be some promos and stuff. Follow him on Instagram if you don't already as well. He's an awesome guy. He actually, many years ago now, he released the video about the magnifying setup that I've got. And he released that video wanting to sort of paint like the Asian, like the Chinese display painters, how they sort of stand and they paint like this, looking at a screen, and like it's all really tiny and detailed. And I reached out to him and said, my eyes are shot, that'd be perfect for me. And he hooked me up with the details for it, and got one. And he said, "Let me know how it goes for you." And I did, and I use it. I use it for very fine detail work, but most of the time I use this thing, and this thing, and this thing. But we'll get stuck in. Enough of me gas bagging. So we're going in with a fairly pastely green. And we're just going to edge highlight a lot of the tile work in, just so it looks a bit different. But if anybody has any questions or wants to know anything in particular, please don't hesitate to ask. But yeah, I definitely think it would be quite a cool watch, that show. Bit dusty. I'm hoping if I can get my name out there and be known, that opportunities like that will come my way. They've got like just a couple more followers and stuff that I have, so they've probably gone for the draw factor. Pre-existing fan base, etc. Oh, need to paint one of those little green army men and airdrop it over the filming location with a note. They've already wrapped filming. They have already wrapped filming, and I don't know if airdropping things from memory, I think it was in Switzerland or somewhere around there. That's a long way away. I'm in Australia. Remember, I'm a long way away from everything and everyone. Uh-oh. Hang on, I need to check a message. 20 more. This is what drones are for. Sure, the delay will be fine. I don't know. Hopefully, we get some cool stuff happening from this collab with Reaper. Because if that picks up, that will help get me back on to the road of getting popular again. Because if people don't know you, they're not going to buy your stuff. I'm trying to get the... Oh, they're gone, unfortunately. Which sucks because my Facebook business page, the first one, Critical Paint Studios, the standard one, is still there. Just no one no one to admin it because the account's gone. And I've tried getting it back, and Facebook is, well, Facebook. Meta is an absolute mess. Because you can't talk to anybody, heaven forbid. That's, hmm. And the truth, the whole thing is robots all the way down now. Yes, it is. First they started with Zuckerberg, and then they just replaced everybody. Oh, pardon me. Ah, that was Drax. Hello. How are you? So we're over the last couple of days, I've been getting the bits and pieces for the X tool, which is the laser etcher, cutting tool, yada yada yada, lots of stuff. And they don't bother to tell you that when you buy one of the bundles, they ship it in 3 separate flocks. So you expect one box to arrive with all of your stuff in it, but no. Open the box to do a count and half the stuff is missing. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Well, you might want to tell the customers that that's how you do it, because they're freaking out that they've spent $2,500 on something and they've only gotten half of it, which is kind of problematic. It's been a minute. Oh, well, that's good. Fancy, yeah. Well, it was. I needed it to continue doing what I'm doing. Pain in the ass is what it is. But yeah. So waiting for that. One box came yesterday, one box came today, so I'm hoping the last box with the riser unit will come tomorrow. I hope they don't send the instructions. No, the instructions came in the first box. The biggest problem I have now is I don't know where I'm going to put it. Because in my mind, I thought it was, Bane would understand this, the size of the the Falcon 10 that he was sending me, well, that we were organizing. But shipping turned out to be a bust. But no, it's like twice the size of that. Like I'm pushed for space in the room that I have taken over already. I'm gonna have to do some major Tetrising. What I need is about the same amount of money again to buy some shelving and just strip the entire... Hang on. Sounded like screaming from outside for a second. You have the answer. What? I'm not giving it to you. Print giant multi-board panels and sticky printers on walls. Jesus, no. Are you kidding? I live in a rental house, man. My thought was, we have a company over here called Apple Shelving. And like they make good quality, high purpose, high strength shelving. I'm thinking if because I want to turn this desk 90 degrees, so I can have better access. But I was thinking of running shelves down the two walls of the room that are able to have shelves on them. That way I can have like printers and bits and pieces on benches / in the shelves, and have storage for stuff around the place. And then I can also put my big Trudon printer into one of those shelves because it's about the depth of one of the sets of shelves that I'm looking at. Then on a portion of the shelves, oh great, welcome. Then do your board idea, mount my monitors to the boards. Mount the monitors on the boards, mount my computers under the desks, and just have everything in my office on shelves. Keep in mind that while it's less visually appealing, pallet racks are surprisingly affordable for big sturdy storage. Yes, but I need to make it visually appealing because A, half of the room is on camera, B, it's a rental property, C, I don't want the real estate people walking in, looking at it and going, get out, because then I'm really screwed. Because I don't think we'll get another place to live. Because there just isn't anywhere here at the moment. Last time we moved house, damn near killed me. And I hardly did anything. So, the very last thing I want to do is provoke the real estate to give them a reason to kick us out. But my mother did enter us into, oh, for my birthday, got me a couple of tickets in one of the raffle prize homes that they do for cancer research bits and pieces. And I don't know, $5.87 million worth of house, plus an extra $1 million on a huge amount of property, pool and everything. I think we'd be able to figure out how to make it work. I'm not sure though. You kidding? I'd jump at the house. It's beautiful. Okay, what street? Taxes will crush you. Probably. That's what the $1 million for. Have to sell it for a smaller one. It kind of is a mansion. It's got like it's sort of big doorway, walk in, kitchen. Um, Kitchen, walk through onto the deck, dining area, first living space. Yeah, it's got a pool. Oh, all right, give me a minute. Stop. PTSD every time I hear that message time. Lol. Alright. Yeah, it's a big house. It's got like theater rooms and there's a granny flat and all sorts of crap hanging off it, so figure out a way to make it work. Hell, that or winning the lotto would be the only way I'd ever get to have my own or afford my own home. I'm having a hard enough time trying to get money together to go to Canberra. That's yeah, we'll figure that out when we get to it. And if I can't get there, I'll just have to enter some online competitions to try and spread my reach. That puts me in a different league of painters again, but if it has to happen, it has to happen. Whoa. The only person that can save you from you is you. Because I'm in another country. And I have my own stupid stuff that I need to sort out. My free therapy days are over. Exactly. I must admit it's doing okay at the moment, touch wood. I'm trying to get back to looking into it. I've got a job coming up that requires it specifically. It's quite a decent sized job as well, so hoping, praying that I can keep it running to be able to do what is required of it. If it survives the job, take pics of the part on the plate to prove it works. It's other thing. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a whole different kettle of time and effort. because then I have to get it out of the room, out of the doorway, down the stairs, or down the hallway, down the stairs, then out of the house. That's a big deal. However, if it were to get replaced, it'd be getting one of those Solvols. That's for damn sure. This is not. Jesus. How big's the max? What's the print bed on the max? Because drink. Oh dear. Jesus. That's ridiculous. I could print one of these models out in its entirety. Hell, the job that I'm talking about doing, I could print that out in its entirety on that printer in one hit. It would have an absolute metric butt ton. Hey, Tullius, how you going, bud? Talking printers would have a metric butt ton of supports. Oh, Tullius. Whoa, okay. Yes, it is. There's something going on. I need to get to the bottom of it. I may need to buy another microphone or a cable, depending. However, Tullius, are you or have you been watching Vox Machina? Or Vox Machina, as it should, as it's called. Because if you're not, you probably should be. Because not only is it a cool show, but in the latest season, no, it's not. It's an animated show about the story of the characters that they do in the live play. It's a pretty cool story. Lots of big names in it. But yes, the Amazon one. In the latest 2 episodes, or the latest few episodes of, we're up to season 4, so episode 8. Tom Hardy's in it, playing a what I can only believe is a drow because of the black skin point he is. But as from ages ago, there was this. Yes, Tom Hardy is in it. There is this old thing in D&D lore that, like, you know how they give races to the different, like, dwarves are naturally Scottish and they've got this big, deep voice, and like, your elves are generally high, populous England, hoity-toity, things like that. your run-of-the-mill gobs are generally sort of southwestern English accents, um, sort of Midlands, Lowlands, Welsh, that kind of thing. Um, and one person said, "Wait a minute. So wouldn't Drow be the Australians of the D&D world because they live down under?" Lo and behold, latest season of Vox Machina, a Drow appears, and it's got an Australian accent, played by none other than Tom Cardy. um, it's only very small, and I'm like, wait a minute, that is an actual Australian voice. Who is that? And I did some research, and it's Tom Cardy. Wayne Brady from Whose Line Is It Anyway also plays a character, and it is so Wayne Brady it's not funny. He has done multiple D&D songs. I did the really dumb thing of like, I've shown multiple videos of this to my wife. Like of not Vox Machina, but Tom Cardy. And she's like, never heard of him, don't know who it is, don't know, blah, 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 which just goes to show how much she loves me. I've sent her on multiple occasions, Tom Cardy videos. I've sent her the Vicious Mockery. I've sent her the Lord of the Rings chat with J.R.R. Tolkien. So I'm sitting there like going, oh my god, Tom Cardy's in Vox Machina. And she's like, who in what? And I'm like, So I opened up YouTube and started playing random songs, and like first played Vicious Mockery because it's Vicious Mockery and it's hilarious. Nat 20, bitch, let's go. Oh, and Butthole. I have sent her Butthole many times. This is super. You saw Tripod do D&D live. When was this? I love Tripod. My favorite song is the IKEA song and Cuckold. Like, so much so, I could probably say both of them line for line right now without having heard them for the last couple of years. Been watching multiple times, had the whole show. What? When? How did I not know this? I've been in the area now for 10 years. Son of a biscuit. But, my son was present, 9 years old, has just finished watching Lord of the Rings in its entirety, extended editions with me. I put on the chat with J.R.R. Tolkien. What happens then? Then we walk. And he loves the "You shall not pass." You shall not with me. And he spent the next 30, 40 minutes in a Jedi robe, walking around with a broomstick, going, "You shall not with me." Like, mate, while you're allowed to swear around us, please, for the love of all that is holy, don't say that in front of the children. I've been meaning to, because that line, they're taking the hobbits to Isengard, and I'm like, taking the hobbits to Isengard, taking the hobbits to Isengard. And he's just looked at me, what the hell are you doing? And I said, I'll show you later. And then that didn't happen because we watched the rest of the movies. So I will have to show him that song. Tripod versus the Dragon musical. What's the show? Oh, damn. That would have been awesome. I would have loved that. I remember way back when, before they were Tripod, when they were Jon Gatesy and I forgot the other dude's name. How terrible is that? And Gatesy used to do, or Jon and Gatesy used to do a lot of stuff on Triple J. And if you're about the same age as me, Telly, so you would remember this, Bevan the Musical. They also did D&D. Over here sometime. Oh God, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna open that so I don't lose it. Would you know my name if I saw you with Bevan? But yeah, my favorites are Cuckold, and IKEA. Hey Jed, how you going? Oh, is there an 18-year-old bid of them on Sideshow singing about D&D? Yeah, they kind of like D&D, just a touch. That's what happens when you go to uni together, and usually things like Tripod happen when you go to uni together. That would. I have a fantastic IKEA song for you, Justin. No, it can't be as good as Tripod's IKEA. 3 of them. One guy with a guitar, other 2 just jamming away. Think that I'd like to try getting work with the guy that makes the plastic. Was it? It's a plastic food for IKEA. Hallelujah. I love it already and I haven't even heard it. Just trying to think of the words now. Think that I'd like to try getting work with the guy who makes the plastic. Is it food? Stuff. Makes all the plastic stuff at IKEA. Oh, I've got to find the words now. It is so good. IKEA. Tripod. Song. Jon Gatesy and Scod. Oh, it was their live album that it was from. I had that. Odin retries as the god of war. Or retires as the god of war and takes over IKEA. You don't know the amazingness of Valhalla. No, I will hear it. I will hear it. But for copyright purposes, I won't play it. Absolutely must watch the music video because the lead singer of Glory Hammer Camos is Odin. Ah, nice. I'm actually trying to remember the words to Cuckold. I remember the chorus. I am now a cuckold. She cuckolded me. If your lover's loving someone else, a cuckold will you be? That whole Open Slather album was really well done, actually. Working while dinnering. No problem at all, sir. I'll open that one too. I'm wondering if... Pause. Now I've got a... Where are we? Come on. My laptop has been an absolute dog at home, and it's what happens when you put Windows 11 on something that's not supposed to have Windows 11 on it. Oh, here's the words to IKEA. I think that I want to try, get and work with the guy who makes the plastic television sets for IKEA so they can put them on show. I think they must cost a lot. They look real and they're not. They're only fake and they put them on the shelves at IKEA. So when the customers go and wonder what the stuff would look like at home, it's all set up so they know. Oh my god, I just found the lyrics for Cuckold. So it's a slow, soft ballad. I arrived home early. She thought that I'd be late. And my girlie wasn't waiting at the gate. I climbed the stairs that I had climbed 100 times before. Nah, it's all right. And there I heard a noise behind the bedroom door. A silent prayer escaped my lips as if I knew what was in store. I tore the bed sheet off, and there she was with another man. I looked into her eyes, and then I knew I am now a cuckold. She cuckolded me. When your love is loving someone else, a cuckold will you be. This cuckoldation has cuckoldified me, and cuckoldentally I'm cuckoldentidized by her cuckoldity, cuckoldish me. Life has taken on a cuckoldastic twist. I should have seen when I looked at her, she was a cuckoldist. And if you can't tell, I'm a huge Weird Al Yankovic fan as well, because Weird Al Yankovic is a comedy god. They see me rolling, they hating. Now the song's stuck in your head. It'd be very sad if you didn't like Weird Al. what's the hardware store? I'm kind of miffed that he didn't bring out my Corona. But if Weird Al says it was in poor taste, then we have to believe him. Virus alert, virus alert, virus alert. I think I remember that one. I mean, the mainstays for me are Amish Paradise, Fat, Eat It, Hardware Store, Harvey the Wonder Hamster. Oh, is it TCR? The one that sounds like White Stripes? All the big hits, yeah. Smells like Nirvana. The ability for him to nail a song yet still sound completely and utterly Weird Al. That's a talent not many people have. They always incorporate too much of the artist in their rendition. But Weird Al doesn't. Weird Al is Weird Al, is Weird Al, is Weird Al. Like, instantly describable, recognizable. Virus Alert is one of the first songs I heard from him because my dad works in cybersecurity. Is that your one? Yeah, that's that one. My very first experience of Weird Al Yankovic, this is going to show how old I am. Weird Al Yankovic did the theme song to the Transformers. Yeah, he did. Look up the animated series theme song. Not You've Got the Touch, which was from the movie. Look up the theme song for the series, the animated series, and you will distinctly hear Weird Al's dulcet tone. So much so, I also think he may have made a cameo in the motion picture as well. Excuse me? I mean, I know one of his earliest songs was My Bologna. I had no idea he did that. One of his earliest songs was My Bologna. This is true. But the one that actually made the break for him was Another One Rides the Bus. And if you haven't seen the accurate life depiction that is the Weird Al story starring Daniel Radcliffe, then you absolutely have to. Lo and behold, if it isn't one of the greatest pieces of cinema of the last 20 years. Just the amount of damn cameos in that movie. Oh, great. He did a version of one of his songs for use in the film. Or was it the theme of the title song? What? Now I've got to check this out. Have I been living a lie? Animated series. Weird. The Transformers animated Weird Al voiced Wreck-Gar. Casting was a deliberate homage to the '86 movie Caddy's hit song Dare to Be Stupid. But I'm sure he also did vocal work on the animated series. Theme was by Lion. Yeah, but that was You Got the Touch. That was the movie, wasn't it? I'm sure he said that he did vocal work. He was like responsible for the More Than Meets the Eye. That's where his Dare to Be Stupid was introduced. Interesting. Okay. I always thought, yeah. Well, there you go. I stand corrected. Sorry to lead you and the rest of the world astray. I'm going to have to go back over some of these blue spots with a mix of blue and white. Because it's sucking. The blue is like just tearing through. It's tight and buff pigment. Oh, and my other favorite song is Albuquerque. Quote, I said, hey, you got weasels on your face. Oh, she said, hey, you've got weasels on your face. Weasel stomping day. Oh, yeah. Hey, guess where my order for ultramarine paint is at the moment? Ordered from a warehouse 3 kilometers away from me in Sydney. I'm guessing either Brisbane or Melbourne. Red Bank. Yep. Red Bank. That's near me. Well, that's usually where, like, if I'm getting a delivery, that's where it usually comes from. From Japan arrived yesterday. Both ordered the same day. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, shipping from Japan on stuff is just. I'm surprised they haven't taken over the world. To be perfectly honest, their efficiency is absolutely mind blowing and terrifying all at the same time. Bang, found some cool cryo grip cold plates. Oh, really? That's interesting. That cryo grip plates. Hmm. I've still got the original plate that was on the Trudon. It does its thing, and when it doesn't, I put some glue on it. PLA prints perfect at 40 degrees. Oh, okay. I don't print PLA, so barely above ambient. Nice. My bed usually sits around the 80 mark for printing PET G. And it's probably, I would have to say that the bed is probably the most reliable thing about the Trudon. Also has a smoother texture. Nice. Oh. And I haven't forgotten everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm actually going to See if dry brushing might work on some spots. Because I want to introduce... I don't use white, that's the problem. Just want it to lightly catch. So doing this is brightening up the roofs quite considerably, as you can see. Let me get focus happening. So we're just trying to pick up, give a little bit of variance, but we don't want too much in the way of saturation happening, because we don't want it to pull away from the figures in the foreground. So I've lightened up that, probably going to darken it down a touch in spots. We need to do the yellow next, so that's going to be the yellow oxide mixed with a bit of our Titan buff. I'm using the Titan buff not as a white, or as an off-white, I should say, because using white would be too bright and it would attack the contrast too much in that background and overthrow everything else. Using the cream softens it and subdues it. Also doesn't make it too potent, which is what we're going for here. And running those upward strokes allows us also to catch the edges of everything, which is very important. I'm doing about a 3-to-1 mix. 3 Titan buff cream to 1 of our pre-color. In this case, the yellow oxide. And We're just going to lightly dry brush in and see if we can catch those accents. No, we're going to have to do that by hand because it's such a fine detail color. All right, bring out the big guns. Oh. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I swear this radio station's trolling me now. This particular artist that I don't like because of that one line that gets used in every single song they do now seems to be every second track. Even though I've disliked every single one of his songs. There's no way to block an artist per se. You just have to deal with it. Unless I make my own station with the songs that I like. Another option, I suppose. But how is everyone doing out there? Anybody got any questions or anything, or anything cool that they're working on, or anything? What about over on YouTube? Anyone over there have any questions? I know there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll make do with what we can. want you to know that when this stream ends, you'll be the reason my poor audio bit gets neglected in favor of comedy music. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry in any way, shape, or form, because comedy music is the stuff that keeps you alive. Link incoming. What do we got? Ooh. Wait. Is that a Necron? That is a Necron. That's cool. I like the it's not exactly OSL, not yet anyway. The lighting that you've done in the piping, that looks really cool. So still at the blending, see how it looks. Like, sure, I want to do OSL because they're tiny. Yeah, OSL and Necrons is really difficult to get around. Yeah, they are. I find Necrons are very sub-assembly for me. I need to do them in bits. Just because there's lots of oh, sorry. Holy crap. I'm just going to show everyone this because this is the biggest piece of Toblerone I think I've ever seen. Look at the size of this unit. That's huge. This is an orange flavor Toblerone. Oh, that's all right. Hmm. Normally, I'm not a fan of orange chocolate, but that's pretty damn good. So the goal with what we're trying to achieve here Oh. Is we're just getting some sort of variance happening on some of the roof tiles, so they don't meld together and blend in too much. Caffeine refill. So we're not doing all of them, but we're just picking out a few spots here and there. I'm still working my way through the Dawn of Fire series, so I haven't started Dungeon Crawler Carl yet, but should be soon, hopefully. Now, there's reports that there's a new show being made with Seth MacFarlane at the helm for Dungeon Crawler Carl. And he seems like a very logical fit. Blow my nose. Hang on a second. So far, the books, the audiobooks, the TV show, and the tabletop game. Like it's one of those. It's seems to be the zeitgeist at the moment. Which, yes, I'm all for. I love that sort of people get their dues and bits and pieces. Oh, what was that? Bimmelbein Rider? I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But there are some shows and stuff out there that, well, universes out there that I think Hollywood has let go of prematurely. Like the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. That was brilliantly done. It was the right amount of corny, had a good storyline, plenty of action, cameos. It was well shot. And it all fell apart just like a typical D&D campaign. So why wasn't it successful? As successful, I wonder. I mean, it'll never happen, but I would really love like an animated movie. Doesn't necessarily have to have be sunk in live action because it'd just be too difficult to do. But the story of Destiny, I think, would be a really good story. Convinced truly unhinged as most campaigns. Yes, but it was, I think it was more, it should have been more marketed towards introduction. Because if you sort of, like, I know a bit about D&D. I haven't actually played it properly. I would love to. The story of Destiny would be Lord of the Rings Extended Edition length undertaking. I know, but if a Japanese anime company picked it up and ran with it and did it a la like their big running shows like Demon Hunter and stuff like that, I think it would work. But well, it'd still work as Japanese as well. It would be better if it was animated with the original cast, i.e., Bill Nye as the voice of the Traveler. Lance Reddick, rest his soul, or even Keith David, because Keith David's taken over the role of wow, my brain's been really bad lately. The Titan Guardian leader, Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, hell, Nolan North, Zavala, that's it, Blueberry Prime. Now, the only way you could make it work is if you brought back Peter Dinklage as the Ghost. I've said it before and I've said it again, and I'll say it again, and I will repeat this until the end of time. Peter Dinklage was Ghost. None of this Nolan North bullcrap. Like if it was a series of sort of, well, a series with animated features, you could do the whole thing. And you could do like the Red War. You could do like um House of the Fallen. You could do all those different bits and pieces of the games and introduce all those other like characters and bits and pieces as well. It would work. And it would sell. Jesus, it would sell. I mean, I haven't bought the last couple of, I think it's 2 expansions, but I've got everything else. I got the collector's edition of the first Destiny when it came out. I was there for the midnight launch. Got Destiny 2, got everything. I wanted the collector's edition. I still want the Cade commemorative bust, but it's not so bad now because he's back. I'll never forgive Crow. Ever. I kind of figured as much, but I haven't gotten to that point in the storyline. I know he only exists in that sort of hallucination place that I've currently got to. You know who would have been a good ghost? Alan Tidyak. Still got my old lights emblem from being there from the beginning of D1 to the end. Nice. Nice. I got a couple of shirts from the Moments of Triumph. And I got they did a fundraising shirt for the Australian bushfires when the rest of the world knew that for a couple of months of the year, Australia literally becomes hell down south. I have the Ace of Spades, and it's mechanized, and it's also a Nerf gun, which is amazing. I love this thing. It's just like, I'm not going to launch this because I know I'll hit my camera, and the camera's only being held together by hope and prayer. Solar Titans for the bushfires. Goddamn starbursts. I only ever played one character. I've only had one character for the entirety of Destiny 1 and 2. When Destiny 1 came out, I think I played it on PlayStation. Yes, I got the limited edition Destiny PlayStation 4. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes, Jet. Thank you so much. I've also got the droid figure. I wanted to get the whole set when they came out, but yeah, lack of money and stuff. But I made my character Hunter, the PlayStation 1. Played as much as I can. I'm not good at first-person shooters with controllers. I'm horrible, horrible. Basically, just made the same character 3 times so I could play all 3 classes. I've only and on my Steam, where I've got Destiny 2, I've only got one character. I haven't made any other characters. I've only ever played Hunter. I've 100% down the line, not even contemplated going Warlock or Titan. I am a hunter by nature, and my patron saint is Nathan Fillion as K6. That's it. That's all you need to know about me. Yet there's a wizard badge, a warlock badge just here. Space wizards. Could you imagine, like, I don't know, the guys from this is tough. Like, I'm talking Gundam animators type stuff. 3 characters was a practical thing for a while back when raid loots were limited. True, true. I still don't have all the full raid sets of anything. However, I've collected all the Cade stuff and I've maxed it out. Like, for literal years, my ship was Queen's Gambit. I didn't change it out of respect. When Cade died, that was it. It just stayed. I'm like, my boy, they killed my boy. I cried. I've never cried in a video game. I cried playing Destiny 2 when they killed off Cade. Like, my wife came in and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I am very not okay. They just killed Cade." Oh, yes. That would have been ridiculous. Yes. Overpriced? Absolutely. Do you need it? Here's my kidney. Keep tissue on hand for the end of your current story. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think I've played in about... It'll be getting close to 2 years now. And I know the servers are on their way being shut down, but yeah, I'm well aware. I think that's why I haven't played. I just can't have my heart broken again. I will have to rip the bandage off one day, I guess. What I want... Yeah, I know, the service is staying up, but the development is finished. What I want... Yes, the servers are staying up. I want them to unlock everything. The whole map. All of it. None of this locked off sections. Just have it all open slather so we can do what we want. And follow the story arcs that we want. Because I've got story arcs left open from, like, the Red... Well, not the Red War. The Red War I completely finished. But, like, the just trying to think of where I... Was it Neptune with the Tron people? Robot mecha cyber punky sort of neon stuff. I think that's where the storyline just got too much for me as far as that. So I haven't completed that area at all. I've done very little of it. Neo Muna, I hated that expansion. Yes, and that's what stopped me from continuing on with the game. But I would like to go through and finish off those storylines. Stupid Cloud Strider was totally tone deaf. Yeah, they dropped the ball a few different times with a few different things. They were trying to be too much for too many people, I think, and it ended up biting them. But I must admit, Patton Oswalt as a ghost was pretty good. Nolan North, god damn. Give me Dinklebot. Like, I've still got the original with the collector's edition for Destiny 1. You actually got Dinklebot. And he lights up and he turns on and he's motion activated and he talks and yeah, he's just awesome. This place is amazing. So much so, somebody did a design up that I found on the internet that I had to get printed on a shirt. I actually printed one off for a friend of mine who was a Destiny nut as well. And it was this sweeping logo with Dinklebot. And it's got written in fancy letters, "That wizard came from the moon." Stupid class. Oh. Woof, people. Woof. How's that looking? It's got a bit more variance to it now. Moon's haunted. Yep. Get in the car, loser. We're going to the moon. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick picture of this dropped black and white. Oh, macro. Just so I can see where our tonal values sit. Adjust. Saturation, nothing. Okay, so it's where it is currently is roughly where I want the elemental lighting to be. So it's sort of vinaigetting towards the middle. But we'll do a tone map as well. Okay. That one, edit, adjust. Saturation. That's actually spot on. Wow. I lucked out on that. Okay. Done. Save as a copy. Hey, Mr. Pigments! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, sir. It's probably stupid o'clock where you are, I would think. Let me just finish this last. Done. Save a copy. I'll do the normal one as well and upload them to the Discord so everyone can see what I'm seeing. Save as a copy. So the first normal background shot, it does look a bit iffy, but as soon as you go to the white background shot, you'll see what I mean. So stream progress, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'll see in that sixth shot, all the second lot of shots there, the white background. You'll see that we've lost this. Come on, come back to me. Live, my friend, live. This laptop gets mistreated. Should look after it a lot more. Oh, come now. There we go. Was woken up by an intruder. Wait, what? "5 a.m. Everything all right, buddy? You good?" This isn't related to that other crap that's going on at the moment, is it? Oh, okay. So, I've just uploaded 6 photos to the Discord. One with no background, one with black background, one with white background. Well, the one with the white background is interesting, because if you have a look at it, that's a tonal map. So it's looking for luminosity of the colors that we've got being used. Made his way in the kitchen for a morning snack. Oh, yes, grab us a coffee while you're there, bud. And that tonal map will show us the lighter toning areas and the darker toning areas. In this case, the outlying edge is a lot darker. The middle section is a lot lighter. That is intention. That sort of draws focus to the middle of the piece, which is what we've got. I'll turn it around this way so you can see. Now, it doesn't look like that because it's all colored. But it's a tonal trick that registers in your brain. And if we look at the black, we'll notice there is more of a light source coming from the top than there is at the bottom. That gives us sort of the saturation look. Now, even though I've taken the color out of it, you can still note that the saturation is more top heavy in the picture. And the normal one, what you're seeing now, when you look at that in black and white, it all looks quite uniform with a very slight gradient up from the bottom. So when we put our figures back in, do I tempt fate? We scared each other, heard clanking, and my landlord isn't home. So just give me a second. I'm just going to pop this out. Hopefully without causing too much damage to anything else. Go. Now, come now. You bastard. Okay, well, you'll be able to see what I mean. So he's just come off again. But you can see we've still got that muted look about everything in the background. Let me just pop this down. All right, I need something smaller than this. This should do. Oh, shivers. Okay, I'll fix that up in a second. Oh, wow, that completely came apart. But we can see how it's still not as bright as the foreground, which is where we want to be. Now, I just need to do some touch-ups on the terracotta browns, introducing some deep orange. But I think we're in a good spot. I'll clean up down the bottom here as well, off camera. Just grab you out of there. Put you back into there. So I can stick you there. Put you a piece back after stream. Put them up there so I don't lose that. So we just need thinking if we go Quinn Gold, because it's quite a orange color, we mix a bit of the Titan buff with that. That should put us where we need to be. I patted the possum. Don't tempt fate. Why stop now? Exactly. And I did, and it bit me in the ass, so yay! That's actually a good height there. I'll leave that there and move this camera down instead. There we go. Okay. Much golder than I want. Touch Indo. What was that? Spoon handle. Whoa, 43 people. Holy crap. Adaptus Paints, raid. Yes. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hello. I was not expecting a raid. Uh-oh. But yes, welcome, everybody. Spoony, thank you very much for the raid. Always appreciated. Nice to have you aboard. What were you working on, mate? Links, if you got them, drop them like it's hot. But for those who have just come in with Mr. Spoon, I am Justin. This is Critical Paint Studios. I am an Australian-based miniature painter, multi-award-winning miniature painter, I should also add. I am a commission painter. I do 3D printing. I have a little web store. We are currently working on BlackCrow Miniatures, Goblin City, and I've broken it again. Tomagons. Oh, nice. Nobody expects the spoon handle inquisition. Aha! Our first weapon is fear. Fear, and we've got two weapons. Fear, surprise, and almost three. We have three weapons. Three. Write this down. Three weapons. Fear, surprise, and an almost fanatical obsession with the Pope. Bring me the comfy chair. Monty Python. My God. The world would be a much sadder place without those men. Just me, or is it? No, it's Panda the Right channel. I should put a sign up. Microphone stuffed. Right channel only. I need to, yeah. I was made aware of it at the beginning of stream. I tried to fix it. We spent like 10 minutes or so, couldn't fix it. It's either going to be one of the USB cables or I need a new microphone. Which is problematic, seeing as I also have another stream tomorrow evening. Think of me, currently, as that soothing voice. Actually, here we go. You are standing in a field, surrounded by tall, green grass. Unfortunately, there is no mono setting on this microphone. I'm trying to load the software at the moment, but it's not working. Was it you are standing in a field? Unless if you're using a Yeti microphone, because then it doesn't, because it's got its own. Yeah, it's weird. I need to replace this microphone anyway. It's long in the tooth. I'm trying not to, but yeah, we'll have a look at it. Suddenly, you notice movement. First in front of you, and then either side. You turn and notice that the grass is moving all around you. Oh, thank you very much. I know it comes and goes. It's really weird. And if I do this, sometimes it'll pick up and sometimes it won't. So I'm thinking it might be the condenser array in the microphone. I'm hoping it isn't, because I don't want to have to buy a new microphone. Yes, my birthday was yesterday. I am 46. Very old. we had a bit of a stream day yesterday. It's quite fun. But yes, I need to have a look at the microphone. I will have a look at it tomorrow. I'll try some other cables. And if not, we'll see what happens. It's not very old. This is like a David. Don't get me started on David Attenborough. As we see here, happy belated birthday. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm thinking I might have to replace the microphone. We see the miniature painter in his natural habitat, bathed in glorious light from above, painting in vivid colors to try and attract a mate. What microphone do I have? I have an old blue series Yeti. So the blue Yeti. It's the silver model standard USB-B connector. I got it secondhand off someone who used to do podcasting. So it has been through the wars. I had it for a number of years before I actually started using it also. Like I was doing like little videos here and there because I needed a decent microphone. But if push comes to shove, I do have a Sennheiser 670 headset, which has a very, very, very good microphone on it. But it's a headset. Those use mini USB. I had one like a decade ago. Yeah. Yeah. The Pizza Hut hat USB. So I think that's actually, yeah, it's the mini USB or USB-B. And then there's the micro. And then there's C's. This orange is annoying me. It's not the right orange. There we go. Oh. But if I'm going to get a replacement, it's more than likely going to be one of the Elgato mics, because their ecosphere is quite good. Got a few different ones of their products, and I have a feeling that the microphone would be quite good, because I'm trying to move away from Logitech if I can, apart from my keyboard and mouse, which are brilliant, as all Logitech keyboard and mice generally are. Their audio equipment, not so much. Their visual equipment, definitely not. Annoying part is I didn't really want to spend money. Yes, exactly. However, If I could get my hands on a really good USB Sennheiser microphone, I would jump to that because Sennheiser are just the bomb when it comes to audio. And microphones, actually. Their microphones are top notch. I haven't had a Rode microphone, but I hear they're fairly decent as well. I've got a mic for a while. We switched to the SM58. SM58, why does that ring a bell? The problem I have, I naturally have a very large vocal range, but I also have a very resonant bass tone. To Mr. Pigman's point, there are advanced audio properties in OBS. You can set the microphone source to mono. That should fix it. I've had 3 separate sets of Sennheiser earbuds. One worked, the other 2 are the earbuds. Their earbuds aren't great, I will be the first to admit. SM58, Shure, that's right, the Shure microphones. Yes, do they do a USB based microphone, or do you need like proper audio mixing connectors for that stuff? I'll have a look at it, because I need something that's not going to bottom out on my voice, because I've actually tweaked it with this microphone quite well. So my voice isn't as resonant. 8 microphones, including 2 Newmans. Oh, nice. Newmans are a good mic. But what was that about, Chris? Shure Dynamic. Ah, okay. I'll have to have a look at that. Oh. Probably going to have to come back on another pass on the including 2 new installment for an AA recording studio that didn't pay me for some security stuff. Well, obviously the security that you provided them wasn't that great if you were able to steal stuff, dude. 80, decent dynamic. Control C. Exactly. I love it. Where'd you get that from? I found it. Where'd you find it? Audio Technica. Okay. Hit me with a price. How much is this going to sting? Audio Technica. That's like a proper looking microphone. That's crazy business. I'll look up the SM58 as well, actually. Shure SM58. Exactly, did some pen testing for them. I didn't pay. Never rip off the guy doing security. Just took a bunch of audio equipment. Damn. As USB and XLR hookups, not too shabby. I noticed that. That's what I was trying. I couldn't remember the name of the XLR system. I should remember it. The amount of times I've actually had to use them and hook them up. But yeah. Fortunately, money is a wee bit tight. Oh Jesus, those things are $170. That's a bit out of the budget. Never rip off the red hat with a reputation. Yeah, I might be trying to fix this microphone by the look of those prices because I cannot afford that at the moment. Unless people want to donate so they can hear my dulcet tones. Because I need to be able to get one. I need to be able to get one. Like, if I can't fix this problem, I need to be able to resolve the issue quick enough, i.e. order something on Amazon for tomorrow delivery, and hopefully get it before stream starts at 5 p.m. But I would need to do that ordering tonight, and it would need to be reputable and fast. Or I can jimmy up something. Heading to bed. Hope you have a good stream. Speaking to chat later. I mean, I'll donate $1 whole. Problem solved. I'd buy that for $1. I'll see if I can rig this thing to mono. It's not like you need to hear me in stereo. Or do you? Wow. Well, given the fact, Bane, you could donate $1 because that'll be like $2 something, or $1.70 or something along those lines. So actually, be fine tuning in enough. Not though. Twitch pay you lose. No, I'm talking like the Kofi link there. I get like nearly all of that. That's why I like promoting Kofi, because it's a, I think, a better sort of funding platform. How's that looking? got just the brown wherever it went. Teal, graphite. Transparent. Manganese. Got 38 viewers. Welcome aboard, folks. We are generally a very odd bunch of people here, so enjoy. But so yeah, I've been painting now for about 10 years. And we're working our way to our first national competition, which is happening in January of 2027. We do have other competitions that will be attending in that, or before that time period, I should say. But it's the big one. It's the one that we're working towards. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't really planning on forking out for a new microphone, that's for damn sure. But if it needs to be done, I mean, I could just stream sitting in silence here. I find it easier to talk and paint. Typing and painting messes with my focal range and gives me very bad headaches. I should probably try swapping the cable first. No, I will do that, but I'm pretty sure it's not the cable, unfortunately. But yeah, that'll be part of the testing tomorrow. Could actually do some research, find a good microphone, put it on Throne, so if people would like to donate, they can contribute there. On the plus side, if you have to mute your mic, you can go listen to. Yes, but then I wouldn't be able to respond to you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm a terrible typist. You think my English is bad? Jeez, you should see my writing. Given the writing style that I have, I should probably be a doctor. No, I speak bad English. If I spoke Australian, you really wouldn't understand me. Hey, yo. Oh, how's that looking? Picking out and patterning of discerning points, yes. We have variance, we have color shifts, yes. Light bearing more towards the center of the piece, yes. No, I'm a drow. I'm a drow, Mr. Pigments. um, think. I need a little bit of touch up on. Whoops, you stay there. The towers. I'll update those with a pyrrole red. Not a pyrrole red, the pyrrole red. Just so we can pick out those details on that as well. But then we get into our lighting. Our not lighting, our lining all of our buildings. Just wondering, it'd be better to go over them completely again than go over them darker in spots. Don't know. So I don't want too much. Oh wow! I just looked at the time. We're almost at like 3 hours. That's crazy. That's actually convenient. So we'll spin it around so you guys can see as well. So you can see we've done just little highlights every so often on those tiles. Brought them up. Not a lot, just a little bit. I'm gonna work on this bottom section here. Split in some colors there. Seal that bottom section up. My thong broke on the way to the bottle last Arvo, and last Arvo. I stepped on a durry, so now I'm stuck at the servo. You forgot the obvious, like, I don't think people realize how much Australians swear. Like, it takes every fiber of my being not to swear as much as I normally do, and I swear a lot. Like, I swear that much, I swear I make sailors blush. So, oi, C word, my effing thong broke on the way to the bottle-o. I took every fiber of my being to make it clean. No, I've listened to Tom Cardy. I know. Like, you know how American comedians are constantly go on about sort of the F word being an adjective and a verb and can be used. The C word can be used in exactly the same fashion, even more so. But so tomorrow's jobs, I have to fix the dang microphone. Um, Fix that panel there. Glue the boys back together. Make sure that microphone's working. Find some cables to test. And then see from there. But I think in our last few minutes, I will do the obligatory. Oh, drop all you folks into a raid again. Keep the raid hype happening. So we'll see who's on. Where's my there? Six. That can't be right. Oh, stretch. There's 800 odd people. Nice. Joker Paints, Battleforge Gaming. We've already rated him. Haven't rated Brushmaster. Haven't rated Dr. Nibbles. Let's see what happens. We do the raid button. So while I'm doing this, thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting. Much appreciated as always. Thank you very much for the raid and the raiders who hung around. More importantly, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna drop in on Brushmaster, I think. Jet's over here. So, let me get this out the way. Start raid. So we'll get everyone kicked over into Brushmaster 66. We'll say good day. 37 raiders ready to go. Raid now. I'll catch you all later. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Critical Paint Studio. Oh, thank you for the raid.